Hey, how's it going? So I was doing opportunity cost analysis because there is a strategy. Yeah, there is a strategy called house money. All right. So what in house money, what happens is you go to casino with 100 euro, you win 100 euro, you take the 100 euro that you had, right? So now your bank is 200 euro, right? Because that was your start. You won 100, now your bank is 200. So now you take 100 from here, your starting money, and put them into the pocket. All right. So now you play with only what you have won. So this way, if you're going to lose $100, you entered casino with 100 and you left casino with 100. Now there is one big problem. One big problem with this, right? There is no opportunity cost being analyzed because if you were to take this 100 euro and let's say I don't know put it into S&P 500, right? You would have gotten $20 for free, guaranteed. Well, not 20, let's say 10 to 20. Let's go with $20, right? So, so opportunity cost is $20. Does that make sense? So you did not lose anything. Like now, in your mind, you think, oh, you only lost the money that you um, that the casino won you, right? No, that's not correct. You actually lost $20 because you didn't put them into the safe fund. Does that make sense? So this money is now lost, right? If you repeat this process, you're going to lose a lot of money on opportunity cost. Now, it's true, you in theory did not lose anything. You still have your $100, but if you do it 5 times, you now lost $200 in opportunity cost. Does that make sense? So I kind of went. Let's say we have a I don't know a company called Blah, and it promises 100% return, 100% return on your investment. Okay, 100%, right? So this is S&P. Let's say if a company promises you 100%, and the market is probably super bull, right? And during super bull, S&P does about 20%. Now, during bear market, it does like 9% or whatever, right? It averages out about 10 to 12, 9 to 12, I think, right? But during bull market, it does like 20%, right? So if they are promising you 100%, we're probably in the bull market, right? So I multiply by 20, right? Now, let's assume that this company is a scam, it's a meme stock or whatever, and it's going to collapse at some point in time, and that point in time will be 60 years, right? So think about it this way. In year one, you put money either S&P on here. Year two, you either get guaranteed 1,200 or you can get 2,000. Year two, um, yeah. So what I did was in here, what I did was I withdrew. Um, so we had 2,000, right? And we are going to withdraw 800 euro from here. No, actually, let's just do the standard one. Let's just do the standard one first, right? So this will double, multiply by 2, right? So 64,000, right? And then it collapses. You lose all of your money, basically, right? Okay, so in the first year, um, you can either get this or this. In second year, guaranteed this or this. Guaranteed this or this. Does that make sense? As time keeps going, Like this, of course, gets astronomically big, but you have to remember your opportunity cost. So when this collapses, you have now lost 3,000. Now you will say, oh, you know, your total losses are going to be this plus this, because this is the money you could have had if you didn't put it into the risk investment, right? Yeah. So it's too expensive, dude. Yeah, but it's too expensive. So you have to remember that when you're investing into an asset, right? If it pops, you're losing not only your money, which is 64,000, you're also losing opportunity money, which you could have had if you were to just to put them into a safe investment. Does that make sense? So you always have to remember the opportunity cost, right? So I did a slightly different simulation here where in the first year, right? In the first year, I took 800 out of it, right? So what I did was, let's say in the first year you won and you decided to withdraw this money and only leave 800. This is called the house money. Do you remember? The house money, right? So you're keeping what S&P would have made if you were to put into S&P, withdraw 1,200, put it into S&P, and then keep it there. And you only keep 800 out of the money that you won. And then you're going to compound it, right? So again, we're going to have 800 multiplied by 2, and then it's going to fail. Oh, whoops. This multiplied by 2. Now, in this scenario, you're still getting your S&P going. You're still getting your S&P going. You got your money out of S&P because you didn't mess up in here. You withdrew the money and only used um, house money. So in theory, you didn't lose anything. That's incorrect. Why? Because if you were just to take 800 and put them into S&P, so as opposed to putting 120, 1,200, you would have put 2,000 into it, right? This is how much extra money you would have had. So you lost 8,000 in opportunity cost. Does that make sense? Right? Oh wait, no, my apologies. You would have lost 2,000, right? So you would have lost 2,000 in opportunity cost, right? In 6 years. And you have to remember time in the market with a guaranteed investment. If you keep it going for 20 years, for example, it becomes a lot of money, a lot of money, right? So you see, like, if you were to think in terms of 20 years, this is how much it would have cost you. You would have made it anyway, right? If you didn't risk, right? The problem is you don't live long enough, dude. God damn it, you just don't live long enough. Okay, so that's the problem. Opportunity cost is the problem, right? That's why risky investments simply do not work, because at some point in time they always pop. Every single bubble always pops, right? It doesn't matter if it's Bitcoin, the triple leverage funds, whatever it is. I don't know, high growth, some kind of derivatives, new investment strategy, right? Economies grow at 3.4%. Technology sector grows at 6% on average per year. If you're making 20, 40, 100% on your investment, you're creating a bubble without shadow of doubt, right? Because there is not enough business activity in the economy to facilitate all of this, right? You can print money all you like, but then you're going to run into labor shortage. You're going to run into supply constraints, right? You're going to run into supply, like raw material constraints, right? There's just not enough It's just the world is not fast enough to keep up with such activities, right? So we know, um, right? Historically, they always burst, always, right? They try to do it in laboratories, same results. You see, it's always going to burst, always going to burst, right? You see, there's even rhodium bubble. It went from 5,000 to 10,000, or 500 to 10,000, right? And then down to 10,000, right? I mean, it's just now we are in the cryptocurrency bubble, right? At the moment. Yep. So that's what I'm saying is that when you're considering investing, always think in terms of opportunity cost as well. All right. Take care.